YouTube, it looks like there's a big shakeup at USPSA last night. Talking about USPSA again. Isn't that great? Let me read a statement from the board of directors of USPSA. The board of directors of USPSA announces that by a vote of 8-0, Yimin Lin has been removed as president of USPSA under bylaw 77. Because the president is an employee of the corporation, we cannot disclose further information about the circumstances leading up to this decision, but it was not taken lightly. In consultation with our Delaware counsel and after reviewing the bylaws of USPSA, we have agreed the most reasonable interpretation of bylaw 6.1 is the vice president retains his seat as area director but fulfills duties as president without losing his seat or the remainder of his duly elected term as area director. So they've now reinterpreted that bylaw. Like, I know it's like this is nobody knows what I'm talking about, but they've reinterpreted this bylaw and they're changing. This is not normally what they've done. I think they made the VP, they made him the president previously, and he lost his board seat. Anyway, Russell Fortney has resigned as vice president, and the board has elected Jim Boone as the new vice president of the board. He will serve as interim president until a special election to fill the vacant seat is held, and continue to serve out the remainder of his term as Area 1 director. Okay, so Yimin Lin is out again. This is a little bit funny for those who have been around for a while. Yimin Lin has been president of USPSA twice. In both cases, the board removed him from office. Now, the first go around, Yimin was in office, and it wasn't. I mean, I think the word was that the USPSA people, like the staff people, like Troy or whatever, like those that Troy hated him. That's the word. I don't know if that's true, but the word was that the people didn't like him and ended up removing him. I'm not sure what he really did wrong his first go around as president. I'm probably some stuff, but I don't really know. In his second go round, things started getting a little weird a couple months ago when I think the board was trying to vote to strip duties from Yemen, the president. They were trying to take away jobs that he has, and he wouldn't put those votes on the meeting agenda, so they couldn't actually vote on those things in that meeting. Like that, like when I saw that kind of stuff going on, it was just like I don't think Yemen's going to be around a lot longer. It looks like the board is getting sick of him for some reason, and he's he's just like not he's trying to obstruct them is what it looks like. Now, though, what I've heard is that Yemen just like does not do his job in ways that are not really explicable for normal people. Like, for example, he went to the IPSC General Assembly. So, for the international body, he went to the General Assembly in Argentina, like, traveled all the way to Argentina, I think on his dime. Then he just didn't show up to the meeting. Like, I heard his tummy hurt. I heard he was blackout drunk and hungover. Like, I don't know what's true, but I can tell you he went to Argentina but didn't show up to the meeting. And that's not the only story. Like, there's a lot of stuff like that. It's just like he just doesn't do what he's supposed to do. And again, it's like for an adult person, like the stories that you hear about Yemen, where it's like, yeah, he was supposed to be here, and then he ended up doing this thing. You're like, what? Like, why is he doing that? It was kind of like when it looked like the board was getting upset with him, and he just like refused to put on the agenda the votes that the board wanted to do. It's like that's going to help you for like a couple weeks, buddy, and then they're just going to hammer you harder. Um, yes, so it's a really ironic situation because Yemen was removed once. I think not justifiably. I think it was not the right thing to do when the board did that last time. At this point, he's like kind of functionally refuses to do his job. So like I don't know that they feel they have a choice but to remove him. I don't know if they're ever going to explain this stuff either. Like the statement from USPSA is kind of lacking in detail. But in any event, it's not a great moment for USPSA, like removing a president. It's not great, but the board actually acted unanimously and did something, which I guess is good. And the irony for this is like, it's, maybe he'll run again and get elected because I think a lot of people would vote for him again. Because it's not like, man, it's too good. I don't know. I'm curious what other people think about this situation. I'm curious. Put that down in the comments. USPSA removing the president again. It's what a time to be alive, huh?